Hey, good afternoon. This is Clay with Clay's AC and Auto Repair and Clay Motion here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. If you find this video to be helpful, please like, send me your nice comments, but most of all, subscribe. Click the little notification box on there and share my videos. I mean, it's quite simple. Remember, if anybody else can fix it, you can fix it too, and you can't break what's already broken. So basically what's going on is we've got a series of lights, and these actual lights are all on for one thing. I'm gonna one setting. I already know how to. I already fixed it, so just want to show you guys how I got to it. We're gonna go ahead and scan it. So the code we have on the powertrain side, which is your ECM engine control, is U0121, and you notice that we had a ABS light, brake light on, etc. But in our list, we do not have usually your major components. We don't have an ABS. Your major components will be in the first three, so it generally goes PCM, TCM or ABS, then TCM, which is your transmission control module. We don't have that because there's no power going to it. So what you're going to do is you're going to come out here to your fuse box and you're going to check this fuse right here. This is your ABS fuse if you've got U0121. Okay, just so you know, after you've made the repair and you've watched the whole video, take your positive cable and your negative cable, remove them from the battery, and take something and clamp them together, because you're going to want to reset the lights on your dash. Leave them together for 15-20 minutes, and it'll reset everything in your car, and it'll wipe out the internal, what's called the CAM memory inside your ECM, which is called Keep Alive memory. So I've got this 2009 Patriot Compass. You know, they're all the same thing. But what was going on was I had an airbag light, ABS light, traction control light, and a brake light. Or I'm sorry, no ABS or no airbag light. Misspoke. Now I know these cars a little bit, so I just went to the obvious signs, scanned it. Basically it's talking about not communicating with the ECM, being the ABS controller, and the ABS controller is right back here. In this video, it's probably not going to be a whole lot of stuff that you can do unless you've done this, but it'll at least give you something to check and to look at. If you need to take this switch off, you basically just squeeze these two and pull this up, and then this will push away from there, which will make that actually really simple. The next thing is I took my power probe, which you might not have at home, and I understand that, but this is more of helping you understand what's going on with your electrical, and it'll teach you something about electrical, because all electrical is pretty much the same. So I took that off, and I happen to have, hopefully sitting right here, I happen to have an extra wiring harness from one of these, and I'm going to show you what I did. So this sits inside there just like this. I pulled that up and I was able to pull it back, and these two will have power, these two will not. Okay, key on, power right here and right here. This leg, which is number 32, was not working, so it didn't have any power, and that's what the power probe does. It tells you when you have hot power. If you stick it into something that's hot, let's say, let's see if this is hot. So that's hot, and it's going to tell me that fuse is energized right there. If it's not hot, like one of these fuses, because I got it unplugged, maybe that is hot, but that's basically what it did. When I stuck it inside this one, I got the red light. When I stuck it inside this one, I got the green light, and I knew that that was supposed to be positive. So, just to show you that on an illustration of the wiring schematic for the ABS, and these have a lot of ABS problems, so if you're watching this video and this isn't the exact problem you're having, this is going to give you a good idea. Now that was number 32, so down here basically says anti-lock brake controller, and then that was number 32, so we found number 32, and it's red with black, so we traced it up and found out it went to number 34. Now when they're talking about these numbers right here, obviously your fuse box is numbered. You're going to see number 34 fuse in your fuse box. That's pretty simple. But when they talk about this, this is also pretty simple as well. You see how it says a 32 and then there's a 1, and then you'll see 17. If you count all of these, you'll find that they are numbered. count through them. There's the ends. So that's how they, you know, you can recognize what circuit that's on. So between here and here, up here at my fuse, this was actually broken. Now another thing that I did to know it was broken and know it was grounded on, I'm going to try to show you in the video here, is I'm going to cut the wire and I'm actually going to repair the problem. So this is where the startup number 34 fuse is, and I'm just going to rewire it over there to the box and bypass the problem entirely. But when you check this wire with your power probe, you're probably going to get like 0.6 or something kind of voltage. And what that's telling you is, because that's telling you that that circuit is grounded, and somewhere in that line of wires it's rubbed through or something. Really all we got to do is fix the problem, so we're going to do that. And fixing the problem to me is running a new wire. Hopefully this video was helpful. You know, it's not a rocket science fixing these cars, and once you start looking at them long enough, you just start figuring stuff out. You just got to look at it. You're not going to figure it out that day. Send it to someone, let them tell you what happened. Then eventually you're going to figure out what happened, and you're going to figure out how to work on your cars. God bless you guys. Don't be the next to them, be the first to you. And if any man can do it, you can do it too. Have a great day.